Hello, beautiful people. Well, you might be thinking, what the hell is he doing now? And to be fair, if that's what you're thinking, that's fair enough. So, I am out. I'm about to jump into a river to have a shave and a wash. I am 6 miles into this journey, and then I will tell you all about what I'm doing. So, let's dive in. Not literally. That looks like a perfect place for me to go and have a wash. And I'm clearly not the only one. Beyond the van. Hello friends. Right, so you join me sitting next to a really nice river with a really nice waterfall and a really idiotic dog swimming in it. Let me just, I'll spin you around and show you, hang on. There we are, so there is said idiotic dog. And this is this beautiful spot where I've just been and had a really nice wash and a shave. It looks like people have been having fun because there is a rope for swinging hanging from the tree over the water. That does look pretty cool, but I am not brave enough to do that sort of shit. So yeah, so this is where I am at the moment. So on to the bigger question, what am I doing? Let's backtrack to sort of the beginning, shall we? So I'm at this sort of dilemma, crossroads, deciding time, or sort of. This is making no sense whatsoever, but bear with me. So I can't stand the system, for want of a better word, the system. It does not work for me. I don't think it works for a lot of people, but I think a lot of people are just so entrapped in it that they have no choice, or they feel they have no choice. I am not prepared to be entrapped by it. I can't stand society. I can't stand the mentality of society people. And I want to get away from it all. Now, I'm hearing what you're probably saying. You're bored into the system. You can't escape it. Well, I am hearing that. But what matters is what's in here. Not in the hat, in the head. Hang on, my screen's gone off, so I can't see you. Not that I can see you anyway. So as I'm saying, it's what's in here that matters. And I do not want to be a part of this system. I was born a sovereign being. I am continuing to be a sovereign being. Living in a van, as much as I do love living in the van, I don't think it's going to be a forever thing, because I don't think living in a van is going to be forever. The whole van life thing, which, to be completely honest, I can't stand the phrase, is so saturated. Every other van on the road is a camper van. There's going to come a point where there get rules and regulations. This is the UK, folks. I mean, this is an overpopulated, over-regimented shithole, to be quite frank. And I want a way out of this. And I don't think that going off in a vehicle with a number plate where you can always be traced and tracked and have the system keep its tabs on you is the way forward. So where does that leave me? Well, it leaves me with a deciding point, and it leaves me with about 4 options, I think, of what I could potentially do instead. So just to clarify, I am still living in my van. I'm not going to be changing that immediately. I am experimenting with other options, and that is what this little journey is all about. So I've got options. The 2 obvious options, sorry, I'm not doing the middle finger at you, I'm counting. Bicycle or on foot. I don't like walking, so the on foot thing is kind of out the window. Bicycle, yes, potentially. I am not a cyclist. I am a bloke who can just about ride a bike. And I have a dog, of course. Now that can be easily solved with a bike and a bike trailer and the dog running beside the bike, because he loves that, because he's a collie. The bike could potentially be electric motor or not electric motor. I have just changed from a bicycle with a motor to a pedal bike, and although it's much harder pedaling, I've got this new bike that I bought, and I've been accumulating camping gear over the last couple of years. That's how, I mean, I've been thinking about this idea for years, so it's been over the last couple of years that I've been buying the camping gear and what have you. So another couple of options which I have thought about: I do have a scooter, 110cc Honda Vision. It's on the back of my Luton, but again it's got a number plate and I've got to pay for fuel. That's my big bugbear with the van, is that I am going out, I'm earning money, and the government's taking it all in fuel. I'd like to eliminate fuel completely, or as much as possible. So I am currently on a 2-day journey on my bicycle with no real training whatsoever, a 10-year-old border collie who loves running, and I have the trailer on the back of the bicycle to put him in when he doesn't want to run. And then my legs really get to feel it. So this is the first stop. I've done 6 miles today. This is the first stop. Ted's having a swim. I've had a wash and a shave. Oh, that was nice. And we're going to carry on now on the road. I don't know where we're going. There is no destination. This is a journey. It's not a destination. The whole thing is an experiment. At the end of it, I might turn around and go, this, I am not doing it. It's not for me. But as with everything in life, if you don't try something, you'll never know. So I'm taking you folks along with me on this journey to see what it is like, and I plan on wild camping. I don't see that just because I'm in a tent instead of a van that I should go to campsites. I'm not paying 20 quid a night for a campsite. I did think about it just to get used to the camping gear, but no, I think it's against my religion to pay to sleep. So bicycle, dog trailer, dog, camping gear, wild camping, and we'll see how it goes for a couple of nights, and then we'll make our way back to the van, and then we can talk about the summary afterwards. So there you go. There's a very long intro as to what the hell I'm doing. So I'm going to sit and chill here for another 10 minutes or so, enjoy the water, and then we'll get back on the bike. I'm not going to lie, it's bloody hard work, and I miss the electric motor that I used to have on my bicycle. But we're going to persevere and give it a fair try. Now there's no doubt about it, but Ted is loving it, and I am enjoying it. But is this the way forward for long-term, long-distance stuff? I don't know. I am very unfit. I need to lose about 10 kilos, that's about 1.5 stone, and Ted is outrunning me basically. Oh, can't come in. Right, hold. We try and let the cars pass when we can, so as not to piss people off too much. Almost got a smile from that one. Ready? So we've got our words. There's ready, which means basically we're moving. Halt, oh no, that word, which basically means we're stopping. And we've got LEFT, which he knows what that does. And going right doesn't really need a word because he just follows the bike. So that's working well. I'm willing to bet you've got a great view up my nose from there. Anyway, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Richard and my channel is called Beyond the Van. I'm not a van life channel as such. I do live in my van full time, have done for over 10 years. But this channel is more about me, alternative lifestyle ideas I come up with, stupid ideas I come up with half the time, but you've got to give everything a go. And yeah, it's all about alternative ways of doing things, thinking out of the box, and yeah, just experimenting, really, trying new things. Where's the dog gone? Come on. Just eat my own hair. Yeah, so this particular journey is, as I said before, an experiment to find out if I am compatible. Oh, turn right. If I am compatible with this kind of lifestyle. First impressions, having now done 12 miles, not exactly a massive distance, is it? But yeah, it's enjoyable. It's very slow paced. Other road users are probably 99% great, especially when they see Ted running beside me. And then there's the 1% dickheads who would like to kill me. I am sticking to very much back roads, lanes, paths and things, not busy roads. Sod that. And turn right. Yes, I'm following Google Maps again. It's sort of taking me along back roads. Hopefully that'll continue. So yeah, anyway, the time is now 20 past 5 in the PM, and I'm going to carry on doing some riding. Not gonna lie, my arse is sore as hell on this saddle. But gotta try and work these things out. This is more of a vlog than a video, to be honest. There's going to be minimal editing. It's more a documentation of my experiment as to whether this is going to work. So, not a cinematic, is that the word? I don't know. Not a cinematic, we'll go with it, video, more of a vlog, and I guess just an insight for you guys to sort of see some of the crazy things that I try. Road closed. Oh shit. Okay, let's see how close it is. We'll go round it. As is often the case, went past the road closed sign. Guess what? The road's not closed. There were just a few cones in the road to stop cars coming through, so happy days. Oh, hill. Big hill. Not actually a big hill, but feels like a big hill. So, I don't normally eat shit food, but I have promised myself a pizza tonight, so let's pray for my sanity that I actually land somewhere tonight near somewhere that does pizza. Ah! The other end of the closed road, which means it's a good excuse for a rest. Wait. Nobody will ever know. Okay, so I reckon Ted's pretty knackered now. We've done 15 miles today so far, and he has run pretty much all of it. And yeah, I'm seeing he's starting to flag a bit now, so I'm going to put him in the trailer. He's not used to the trailer, so he's a bit not sure on this, but yeah, he'll be fine. So I can pop him in the trailer, then I'm going to carry on riding. So this was supposed to be a 30-mile journey. We're at 15 miles now, and I'm going to carry on cycling with him in the trailer. This is going to be pretty tough on me though, because yeah, 18 kilo trailer is one thing, 20 kilos of dog in it as well. So we'll give it a go, see how we get on. And now the harder pedalling begins. See the sort of things I have to do for you guys. I cycle off, then I have to run back and get the bloody camera. So Ted's in the trailer, I've picked up the pace a bit, and I'm actually doing quite nicely with the pedalling. But the only thing that's really getting to me is the saddle. For the love of God, the saddle. Jesus. Okay, so when I had my bike fit, Matt, the bike fitter chap, he actually recommended me a different saddle. Now, I appreciate it that he didn't try and sell me another saddle. He actually suggested I carry on with the one I've got and see how I go and then change it if I need to, which is fantastic. So for my cycling friends out there, this is a Brooks B17 saddle. And for my non-cycling friends out there, it's a leather saddle and it fucking hurts. They're supposed to bed in. I'm not convinced it's going to. So I think I might have to go back to Matt and change the saddle if I'm going to pursue this cycling malarkey. So we'll see. Right then, friends, it's getting on for 6:30 and we are in mid-September, so the daylight's going to basically do one at about 8, half 8 at the latest probably. So I think another hour I need to make sure that I'm pretty close to somewhere to pitch my tent. Now I'm not fussy where to pitch my tent. I know that a lot of people who do this wild camping stuff are kind of petrified of getting caught, getting told off, getting asked to move on. Quite honestly, I don't give a shit. So if somebody comes and tells me off, I'll try and reason with them and hopefully negotiate staying. If not, I'll just pack up and go somewhere else. It's no big deal. But what I don't want to be doing, especially for my first attempt at setting up my camp, is I don't want to be doing it in the dark. So yeah, another hour and I need to make sure that I'm pretty much sorted for somewhere to pitch, I reckon. I'm totally new to this. I've never done any of this sort of thing before on a bicycle or with a tent. Actually, my experience of tents, I can't stand camping in them, but we'll see how we go. I've got a nice inflatable mattress. I will go through with you all the kit that I've got in a bit. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you out there who are going to know a hell of a lot more than me about this and can probably advise me on ways to improve, and that's really welcome. So leave your comments below, as they say, or whatever they say. So okay, right, carry on pedaling and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So I've just typed into my Google Maps pizza and I've got no signal. I've recently moved from GIF-GAF, shit, to Vodafone, shitter, now to EE, relatively shit. All the mobile networks, even though they say they've got signal and 4G, the internet doesn't work. Really, really crap. Yet there are more and more phone masts appearing everywhere. Oh my god, I've got a bit of signal. There's a pizza shop in 4.6 miles. Okay, let's do this. Remember folks, there's no shame in pushing up a hill. This is not a competition of the ego. It's just a case of getting to where I want to go, if I've got a destination, and if I have to push a bit, I have to push a bit. It's actually quite nice to have a little walk. maybe I should just do a bit of walking occasionally as well. Yeah, so, oh, fly in the eye, nice. Riding along here, for I don't know how many miles, I've seen so many fields and trees and places where I'll be happy to pitch my tent. Like I said, I'm not fussy. As long as it's as long as it's not somewhere that I'm going to get like a cow stand on me in the night or something, because that would spoil my night. Yeah, as long as there's no animals in it, I guess I'll be alright. So get this pizza in my face, then I'll look for a park. No, I'm looking for a park. I'm not parking, am I? Duh. See how programmed I am of living in a van. Yeah, then I'll get looking for my camp spot. Ooh, the camera's gone dark. Ooh, the camera's gone light. Okay. I did say this was a vlog style video, so let me know in the comments if you like these kind of videos, because there won't be much editing, so it'll be quite quick and easy for me to process and put it online. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you want more vlog style videos, or yeah, what you like. Okay, hand paddle. Hello. 1.2 miles away from my pizza. Just stopped for a break because my arse is falling off. Bloody saddle. .4 of a mile, guys. And my arse, Jesus. So I'm not wearing cycling shorts, I'm just wearing my normal shorts. Everybody's telling me you need cycle shorts, but quite honestly, I don't want to. Mainly because I don't want to wear lycra, not because of how it looks, although that would be a sight, but because of what it's made of and how toxic that stuff actually is on the skin. So, I don't know if any of you guys out there know of an alternative to lycra cycling shorts, like something natural like cotton. Let me know. God, I hope to God this pizza place is open. I've made it, and it's open. Okay, that was a much welcomed pizza, and I've now just clipped all the lights onto the bike. Gonna go and do maybe a mile or so up the road. Hopefully that'll take me into a rural spot and find somebody to pitch up. So see you there, wherever there is. Right folks, turned out that gate way was an absolute no-go. It led to a phone mast. Not sleeping under that. So I carried on about a mile and a half up the road, pulled into an open field, gone around the perimeter, and here we are. I found just a level patch of grass. It is a farmer's field. Oh look, there's a wild animal right there. So I'm going to set my tent up here. I'm going to leave myself very visible if the tractor comes in, and hopefully get a good night's sleep. So I will set the tent up now, and yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Well, good evening folks. That is me pitched up in the bivvy tent. Not bivvy bag, it's a bivvy tent. So I will show you my setup in the morning when it's light. But basically, yeah, I ended up having to pitch up in the pitch dark, just using the lights of the bike, which was fine. It probably took me about half an hour to get everything set up because I've not done it before, well, not for a very long time anyway. And yeah, so tent's up, air mattress is blown up, and it's a nice warm night. So it's about 9:35 at night. Very early for me to go to sleep, but there's not much else to do here. And yeah, whatever time I wake in the morning, I'm just going to carry on riding another 9 miles and we'll be at the coast, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, unless anything happens in the night, which I'm really hoping it doesn't. Ted is asleep in the trailer outside with the door open, so hopefully he won't bark at anything in the night, but he probably will. But yeah, the next you'll hear from me is in the morning. So I wish you a very good night, and I wish us a very good night too. Fingers crossed. Okay, see you in a bit.
Morning, folks. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that was a shit night's sleep. Well, I don't know what it was, but I'm gonna say foxes barking all night, really close and really loud. Not scary or anything, just really bloody irritating. Kept me awake a lot of the night. Also, my inflatable pillow has got a hole in it, and every half an hour I had to blow it up. So that wasn't great. Mattress, brilliant, 10 out of 10. Tent, yep, fine, really good, did the job nicely. Obviously it didn't rain, so I don't know how waterproof it is, but it kept the bugs out and it was fine. Sleeping bag, I didn't go in it because it was too warm, so I just had it opened and just covering me up like a duvet. That was fantastic. I was absolutely snug and warm all night. And Ted actually was really well behaved. He didn't bark or make a noise once in the night, which is really surprising because I thought he'd be really on edge, but no, he was fine. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna get up, and before I pack away, I'm going to show you what camping gear I've got. Maybe in the comments you could leave suggestions for improvements, specifically in the pillow area. So I've got this piece of junk, which I've had for years, and yeah, it's just deflating all night. And I've also got this, not an inflatable pillow, but just a kind of a camping normal type pillow. That was fine, but yeah, I'm very anal about my pillows. So maybe I should just bring my normal pillows in the trailer if I'm going to do this again. Yeah, okay, so I'll catch you in a few minutes. I'm going to get up and yeah, I'll just do a quick run through of what I've got here and give you a bit more detail about the spot that I decided to camp in, which is a massive field under an oak tree. Alright, I'll catch you shortly. Well, I'd like to say I'm awake and ready for the day, but truth is, I'm a bit knackered. It's 6:15 in the morning. In my world, there's only 6:15 and it ain't in the morning. But I figured as I'm in some random field, it's probably a good idea to get up, get packed away and get moving. Also, I forgot to bring any breakfast, so all I've got is a banana. So I'm going to have that and, and then hopefully find a cafe or something. So, very quick breakdown of the gear that I've got here. Let's start with the tent. Tent is a gear top bivvy tent, one man bivvy tent. Nice and small, quick to assemble. Okay, so the sleeping mat, which I'm delighted with, that is a Thermarest Neo Air X Therm, and I think that is actually, I'm going to show you outside. I think that's the big version and doesn't taper in at the ends. Sleeping bag is a Rab Ascent 1100, which is good for minus 25 degrees. Bit overkill for this time of year, but you can't be well, you can be too warm, but you definitely don't want to be too cold. I think the other thing that is really worth the mention, which made life really good last night, was this tiny little inflating mattress inflator pump called Flextail, USB-C charged, and wow, it blew it up in about 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, so that was a bloody good purchase. Okay folks, I'm going to get this all packed away now, which should take me about 20 minutes or so, and then I'll give you a quick tour of the bicycle and the trailer as well. Peg hammer with a peg puller off Amazon, 10 quid, 300 grams, shove it in the middle of the tent when you roll it up. That was quite handy actually, good purchase, so I'm pleased with that, don't regret that one at all. So I'm just going to pull the tent out of the ground now, roll it up, pack it up. One thing I forgot to mention is I do have a little tarp underneath the tent as well. Nothing fancy, just something that's pretty much the size of the base of the tent, just keeps the tent a bit drier. Also, they tell me on all the YouTube videos where people are camping, I'm no expert on this, folks. You probably gathered that by now. Literally just seen a tractor go by, not in this field but the other side of the hedge. So I'm glad I got up early, because that wouldn't be a nice wake-up call, a tractor in your ear. But he didn't see me, doesn't matter if he did, I'm not bothered about that. I'm all packed up now, just got to quick tidy up, no trace left, and then I'm good to get moving. Okay folks, the camera battery is on 8%, so I'm going to plug it into my little power bank, get it charged up, whilst I walk to the field gate, do a few miles on the bike, and then as soon as I've got some charge, I'll catch up with you shortly. See you in a minute. Oh, absolute bloody winner. Look at these beauties. Breakfast is here. Yes, yes. Ted's back to running again. He didn't want to stay in the trailer. He wants to be running, so he looks like he's doing a good job. So, okay, we made it to a cafe for breakfast, and the sun is shining. It's all good. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, look at that.
Can I get you anything sauce?
No, that's perfect.
Is that right?
Thank you. That'll weigh me down on the bike, won't it?
Well, that's calories, that's you.
It's sharing again on here.
Oh, I don't know about that. Thank you. Yeah.
Carb load in there, right?
That's it, yeah. How about this, folks? I am absolutely going in there. It'd be rude not to. I decided not to film myself in the water this time because, let's be honest, you've seen me in the water many times. But something did happen actually this time. As far as I decided to go under that bridge there and strip off and have a wash because it's quite deep and it's private because nobody can see. Then all of a sudden I hear voices, lots of voices, tourists standing on the bridge, watching Ted in the water, barking at the water, doing his usual antics. Meanwhile there's me, stark naked underneath this bridge, thinking, oh, brilliant, thanks again, dog. So yeah. Of course, they were wondering where the dog's owner is, and dog's owner is under the bridge rapidly trying to get dry and put some clothes on. And then of course I step out from under the bridge with my clothes on. Don't want to scare people. And yes, we have the usual conversation of, yes, it's Ted, he loves water, he's a dick. Ah, you gotta love him. So yeah, that was really nice and refreshing. Really nice. Time to carry on riding. Right then folks, just over 6 miles to go. We're now on a gentle incline and I'm actually pushing the bike because my legs, whew, I've known stronger jelly. So yeah, I can't really pedal much more. So obviously I've completely overdone it. So has Ted.
I will go through a summary when I get back to the van of my sort of findings from this trip, but yeah, too far too soon is certainly one thing, and setting up camp last night in the dark is not how it should have been for the first night, or any night really. But you know, pizza took priority, of course. So yeah, lots learnt over the last couple of days. So I'm going to carry on walking, pedalling. It is scheduled to rain very soon, so I really want to get back to the van before that happens. I think I'll sleep very well tonight. Half a mile away from the van. I'm not going to lie, that last few miles was a killer. There was a lot of walking involved, and God, I know I'm hearing you too much too soon. I know this. And before anybody's clever and goes, oh, you'll be beyond the bike soon, bloody well won't. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, when I get back to the van and recover for 5 minutes, we'll have a summary of all the lessons I've learned here. Well then folks, a week has gone by since the bicycle micro nano adventure. So what have I learned? Well, the first thing I've learned is I must stop beginning my sentences on video with the word so. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, a few reflections of the trip. I enjoy cycling, it would seem. I enjoyed it. Ted loved it, although it wore him out. Day 2, I could not continue another 9 miles to the coast like I'd originally hoped, simply because that would mean that my return journey was going to be about 30 miles. My legs weren't up to it. Ted's legs definitely weren't up to it. And what I found is when I am fatigued, whether it's too much cycling or whether it's not enough sleep in the night for whatever reason, I haven't got the strength to tow the trailer with Ted in it when he's reached his limit. If it wasn't for Ted, I wouldn't need a motor, but unfortunately I am going to go back to the motorised route with the bicycle. I'm going to go back to the Bafang mid-drive motor. It makes all the difference, and I will keep the motor for as long as the motor survives and as long as Ted is around, because he is 10 and doing very well for 10, I must say. On reflection, I don't like tents. And I've realised why I don't like tents. I don't like sleeping on the ground or on the floor. And thinking back now, when I was building my vans, I couldn't stand sleeping on the floor. I was desperate to get elevated off the ground. And when I've slept in houses and there's not been a bed for whatever reason, I've not liked it at all. I have done some research and I have found a suitable tent that is elevated approximately 15 inches, 40 centimeters off the ground. It's made by a company called Nightcat, and it's the cot tent. It comes with a bed that you assemble. Not promoting the brand, haven't bought one yet, can't buy one just yet, but I think that is going to be my route, and that will solve the tent problem. The one I'm looking at, the Nightcat cot tent, when it's got the fly sheet on, it's got a little porch area that you can cook in, which would be nice if it's raining. But the important thing is the bed is off the ground, so I think that's going to be my next purchase on the camping front. And as for pillows, I don't know. I think I'm going to look into inflatable pillows and see if I can find something that will work for me. If not, if I'm towing the trailer, it's no great hardship just to chuck my own pillow in for the sake of a good night's sleep, let's be honest. I know that sounds ridiculous to some, but I'm sure some of you will get that. In the next week, I'm going to be transferring the Bafang motor from my old Trek bicycle to this new bike, and then once we get the new tent and what have you, we'll give it another go. So the question for you guys is, are you interested in these kind of videos? If you're not, that's totally fine. If I'm honest, this video I really have made mostly for myself, so I can put the memory into something that I can look back on, and I just wanted to take you guys along with me just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that I'm doing. Leave your comments and let me know if you want me to continue with these kind of videos. I appreciate a lot of you are here to follow van stuff, but I was also thinking that some of you might just be interested in what I'm doing as an individual, and yeah, just let me know what you think and what kind of content you would like. In fact, I'm not even going to use that word because I can't stand this creator content, and I'm certainly not an influencer. I can't stand all these words and labels, so maybe if I just say, if you let me know what sort of things you would like to see in these videos when it's not van related, and we'll go from there. But anyway, on that note, no more so's, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.